Hey, it's Izzy, and today is day 9 of our 10-day cleanse. That means tomorrow is our last day of the 10-day cleanse, and I'm sure some thoughts are going through your mind for those who are in it. What afterwards? What are we going to do? So, please know that you are in good hands. For one, this was the textbook for my nutrition certification. Um, very, very in-depth, detailed, and I've also had even more training than in Ayurveda. Did you hear the clunk when I set it down? Even more training in Ayurveda, which really looks at, and we did this a little bit in the other book, of 3 different body types and what we can prescribe. And I don't like using the word prescribe, but how we can suggest to eat for those particular body types. Um, and it's always going to be customizable even within each of those 3 realms of body types. There's also certain exercises that work better for those body types. And then on top of that, in Ayurveda, we say there's certain lifestyle changes and mindsets that need to be worked on within each 3 of those body types as well. However, the big things that apply to everyone is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So, after the cleanse is over, what I want you to refrain from is binging. I know, because that's a lot of times what we want to do after a cleanse. However, I think, and I could be wrong, but after this cleanse, you haven't been so deprived that you're going to want to binge out. So in this cleanse, we were still able to eat. You should never have really felt hungry unless you were in that 12-hour window, maybe later in the evening. If you were used to late night snacking, you might have gotten those feelings a little bit. But throughout the day, you never should have felt that starving feeling. This is not one of those juicing cleanses or very limited food cleanses. This was, how do we implement some really healthy lifestyle changes along with, let's eat in certain windows that show to be optimal for our digestion. And when we had certain foods during certain times, those were also for optimal digestion. Now, as you shift, really great healthy things for breakfast. Fruit is really good on an empty stomach. So fruit should be for breakfast, not necessarily for dinner. So we want to refrain from eating any fruit, even for dessert at dinner time. So we would want to keep that earlier in the day, and we would best to keep it by itself so it doesn't get that like almost fermentation and give you gas later on. Then anything that is going to be high processed, and I don't mean like processed like factory processed, but anything that's going to take your body a lot of time to process should be eaten more towards the middle of the day. So a lot of these rules that we were implementing throughout the cleanse really should be still keeping and working towards that throughout our regular day as well. Soup for supper is always a great policy, and eating earlier is always a great policy. However, you can change that up a little bit and maybe expand on that, and still have some flexibility, but really know that if you're going to eat something like, and I don't like to say that, but if you were going to eat something like steak, or something high density, that I would eat it earlier as much as possible. So like a 5 o'clock dinner in that circumstance would be much better, assuming that you're going to bed around 9 or 10. So you're giving yourself plenty of time to digest. And then really trying to still implement as much sleep. Getting that 8 hours of sleep is still really important. So let's go back to the food though. What kind of foods should you be eating? Well, oats for breakfast, those steel cut, overnight soaked oats, those are really great to have for breakfast. However, if you're like me, I have celiac and I'm really allergic to oats. So I like to have quinoa, or I will have my stewed apples, or I might still just have my smoothie because for me, or a shake, those are really easy for me in the morning as well, along with like a banana or something of that sort. You can plump up your shakes. So I put sometimes like a banana, an avocado, peanut butter, the greens. Like you can really make it fairly thick, so that it's really easy. Keep drinking that water first thing in the morning. That should just always be a policy, for a healthy lifestyle. And then lunchtime, get in as many veggies as possible. So that is still just something I really want to help you infuse in to your day, as many vegetables as possible. I always say, ask yourself, whatever meal you're fixing, how can I add a veggie to this? Or how can I add more veggies to this? Such as if you are making a burger, can you blend up some kale and mush into the meat? Can you slice your chicken and stuff it with some veggies and then cook it some more? How can you get really creative and add more veggies into your meals? Now, some people are like, oh, well, I'm doing keto or paleo. Well, you actually can do a vegan keto diet. It is possible. You can Pinterest it, Google it, whatever you need. There's cookbooks out there. You can do keto vegan. Depending on your body types, we might need to do some carb cycling, which I find is good anyways. But especially if you accumulate a lot of weight in your midsection, get with me, especially if you are in the program, and let's go over how to carb cycle. Regardless, anyone and everyone, if you have a lot of mood instability throughout the day, if you're having these big peaks and lows, and I don't just mean in the hunger, the energy, but I'm also talking about your mood. If you find yourself getting hangry, and those kind of things. Also, if you're experiencing a lot of depression or anxiety, I really urge you to think about getting a supplement that is all fruits and veggies, that is just dehydrated fruits and veggies, and adding that into your day. So I do have a capsule that I promote, that we have a red and a green one, and it's just $50 a month, and you get in a ton of antioxidants, but you also get in all of your greens. And it's shown that you can cellularly repair your body by getting in this overwhelming amount of nutrition. And it's like the oil for your car. So what we're eating with our fats, our proteins, and our carbs are the gas for our car. And those micronutrients, the oils, like all the engine oil, the transmission oil, all of that is those micronutrients that we need to get from fruits and veggies. And this is why I'm so much more for a vegan diet than I would be a paleo where it's just meat and no veggies. Now I know some people do better with that, but we still need those fruits and veggies. So especially if you're doing one of those, like, let's get this in. It's a super great way to get in more fruits and veggies without all the calories, for one, which the way I run my program, we do not calorie count. We write down what we're eating so that we can look at it on a nutritional level. And this is why I really love that word nourished. We are looking at how we're nourishing the body. We're nourishing the body with the yin and the yang of our energy throughout the day, the yin and the yang of our mindset, the yin and the yang meaning that balance of rest and push. You need the push in your day. You also need the rest in your day. And we need an even balance of that. We also need to make sure that we are getting in plenty of veggies and fruits. And this is, so many of us are undernourished, including myself. One really quick, easy way to tell if you are undernourished: go look in the mirror, stick your tongue out, and if you see little bumps, like ridges, where it looks like there's almost teeth imprints in your tongue, and mine has it because I have celiac, so I don't get as much nourishment, but mine looks so much better than what it used to. So you'll see these little tiny indents. If you have those, you are malnourished. That means that you need more of those micronutrients for cellular repair and for your gut. So your tongue actually will show you where in your digestive system you're having a lot of problems. So is it in the small intestines? Is it large intestines? Is it the colon? It'll tell you if you're having lung problems, and then it can also tell you where in the back, in your back, if you're having any issues as well. So if you want me to look at your tongue, I will look at your tongue. We can schedule a Zoom session. So if any of that sounds good for you, schedule a consultation with me. You can do that by sending me a message. You can go to my Calendly, and I'll type that in the comments. My calendly.com/Izzy Nally, and book a consult on there. Oh, no, I want to just leave a comment. I was getting ready to end the video. Book a consult there too, and so we can look at and see what would be the best policy for you. I had a consult the other day, and this person was just like, I don't even have any money to pay you. I'm really struggling with my health right now. And I said, yeah, let's book a session. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yes, please. And one thing that she thought was a problem actually was very much a like, let's look at like the mental disturbances that are going on that subconscious level, and let's look at that. And in that certain circumstance, it was actually like, okay, what your doctor is telling you, I don't feel is accurate. So let's go back to the doctor and talk about them, or you can make your own decisions. I always want to empower someone to do something, and they started feeling a lot better. So that's not always the case. Sometimes, most of the time, it's okay. Well, you still need to talk to your doctor about this, and I always recommend that. I never want to tell you just to do what I say. Please always like get a second opinion, and that's even with your doctor. Go get a second opinion with your other doctor. Ask people when you work with them, what is their qualifications? What is their background? What is their education? By all means, please. Like, I've spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on my certifications because if someone was to ask me, I want to have the sound backing behind that, but I also want to make sure that I'm giving accurate information. There are a lot of personal trainers out there. There are a lot of people that are lifestyle coaches that don't have a solid background in what they're teaching. They're just teaching based on their own personal experience. Now, I will tell you, like, I have had a lot of experiences, which has led me to those certifications. However, there are some things that I can also teach about that I have not experienced. Um, and I know that for my body type, this is what I experience. For other people body types, they're going to experience different things. There's a lot of fad diets and fad cleanses out there that are based on one person's body type and the success that they had. And they're really pushing that. And everyone that tries out those cleanses and diets that are that same body type will have success. And then all these other people are like, but what about me? Like, I didn't have success, or I felt like a failure. And that's one thing that's different about the cleanse that we do. It's designed based on healthy lifestyle changes that are proven success, that are proven to make healthy changes. And I work with each person. You can message me and ask me questions. During that cleanse, I'm sending you a daily message, and you have the opportunity to message me back and go, hey, this isn't working for me. Hey, I'm feeling this way. I think one person was like, I'm just feeling really full because I'm not used to eating this much during a cleanse, especially. Can I have shakes for the next couple days for my 3 meals? Yeah, of course. Um, and when it comes to shakes, like, also please get with me. I do have a shake that I recommend. However, I also know about a few other shakes that I can help you out with too to answer any questions on that. I also know that there's some shakes out there that are not so great for you, that have a lot of fillers in them that are not listed in the ingredients, and that can actually cause pancreatic or liver problems by continued use of them. So please make sure that you are using a shake that really is a health shake and not just some random protein shake or some random weight loss shake. Those are normally, when they advertise that way, are normally ones to stay clear of. We want them to be a health shake. So I can help you with that as well. And in fact, I am going to be doing a promotion soon where I'm going to be giving some samples away for the shake that I use. So it's like those little packets where it's like a one-time, drop, one-time serving or whatever of the sort. So if you do want to try them out, please comment, message, and I can get you one of those out there to you as well. Any questions? Any questions at all, please comment. Please message me. If you want to get into our next 10-day cycle, our next 10-day cleanse, please get with me as well. This program will keep evolving and keep changing. I next am creating another one that this one will transition into. So after this 4-month set is over, and probably even before then. So if you are interested, I'm going to be doing Detox Your Mind, Detox Your Body. So we'll be doing this cleanse, but we're also going to be adding hypnosis and hypnotherapy in with it. So this program is going to keep evolving. This is kind of our little mini starter program. If you've missed out on the previous price, like, get in with this one, because as we continue to get people in, as we continue to get testimonials, the price is going to go up. One way that you can keep your price down low, though, is if you get onto the supplements and the shakes, then I can put you into this program at an extremely low price as you use those products. So that is one alternative way of getting this program really discounted as well. I love you all. Please message me. I need to see faces too. Look, we're just sitting at home all the time, me and the kiddos, unless I go into the office, which doesn't happen a whole lot. So I want to see your faces. Please book Zoom meetings with me so I can see you and socialize and chat and talk about all the things that I love to talk about. And if you're like, oh, but I feel like I should pay, you can pay me in a testimonial. I love doing that. You want to exchange a session for a testimonial? Let's go for it, by all means.